It is day 4, sparring with the trench from hell. After much deliberation last night, I came up with a good plan B, or at least a plan B that I believe is good. But then, as you recall, I thought my plan A was good, and let's see how that worked out, right? Well, today's gonna start off with me washing all the canola oil off that wire so it doesn't slippy fish through my hands this time. Great. And of course, it's worth mentioning, it's another day that called for rain, but instead we got sunshine. Or maybe a bit of overcast. Maybe I should change my white balance. Problem is, this stuff doesn't actually wash off, does it? Maybe that's why it's bad to eat greasy food, because there's no getting rid of it after. You'd think dish soap would do it. It's probably gonna be good enough. I'll just make sure to let it dry out a bit before I fire it up, right? I'm gonna keep this handy, because I might need it. It did, however, as you might notice, rain last night. And now that trench is a koi pond. I have to dig all this out again, which is gonna be fun. I'm gonna have to set the pump back up. And of course, as is my urgency, was related to the fact that we will see landslides, especially if we're experiencing rain. Fortunately, that area of the trench is good. The only reason why I don't fill it in yet is because I still have to drop some cat cable. But you know, I gotta wait for that to come in. You cannot escape your destiny. You must dig trench out again. And of course, the longer I wait, or the longer this takes, the more it landslides, the wider it gets, the more I need to be all like this when I'm digging. One problem I've been sparring with this entire time is the fact that I got about 75 feet of hose at the end of this pump and no check valve. So whatever doesn't come out the other end, it siphons right back into the trench. And that's several gallons of water. And there's no reason not to have a check valve. Like these cheap generic sump pump check valves are they're less than $10 out the door. I just keep forgetting to get one every time I'm out and about. And now I've got that nipped in the butt. Once again, I've dug myself a little deeper section here in hopes to sink this pump and perch this pit. Was it right there? No, it was right there. Right there. Ah! I seem to have a little compromise in that hose. Well, we don't need that eroding the works. Let's get it. Oh boy, that's a big hole. Guess I should patch it. I don't know how well electrical tape's gonna work for this, but I just need it to not spray everywhere and damage my trench. There we go. I wanna get this chunk of crap out of the way so the water can get through. Yeah, you gotta pump it before you can dig it. Great. Must be a lot of water, it's taken a while. I really wish my cat cable was in, because I keep getting cave-ins. I don't want to bury the cat cable in rocks. I'd like to put it in with this, but it's not having it. This is draining so slow over here. Who knew a sump pump would be so damn handy for this job? This big frickin' pile of muck building up here. Hey, no, don't you get out of there. At least it's easier to dig having been dug already. Well, this is a futile pursuit. It's not deep enough for the pump. I want to get some more water out of here. Oh boy. We're gonna have a mudslide. I am so over digging this trench. We need to get this done today, so I don't have to do this anymore. Is that right? Now this section here is particularly annoying because we have to get forensical. There's wires there. We have to undig out the end of that conduit. We have to get all these rocks out of here. So on my belly again. Fling, 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 fling. I'm running out of places to pile up this crap. Come on, water, go. Get out of here. I'm so sick of you, water. You're not gonna go, are you? Now that we got the wire clear, maybe we can get in there with the real shovel. I really wish there was a spot I could dig here and get deep enough for that pump, but it's also hard clay. Push this shovel as hard as I want, but it doesn't go. You know what? Maybe I should switch to rubber boots. Let's see if now that I can step actually into this damn trench, maybe I can get better leverage. You know, I forgot I owned rubber boots. Not really, eh? Well, it is a little bit deeper here. We have some depth we can work with now. Kind of not really. I feel like Samuel L. Jackson in Snakes on the Plane. Get these mother effing waters out of this mother effing hole. Well, at least we're making progress, right? Anybody want chocolate milk? Where's my little spade? That was nice of it to go missing. Like that's just. That's good there. Well, here. That has to come down more. I gotta wait for water to leach in here so I can give it another pump. I'm getting it almost. There's waters from sections over there slowly coming in. It'll be nipped soon though. If I don't watch my trench for 2 seconds, it fills back in with water. I gotta keep riding that pump. Now, part of the corrective plan here involves 1.5 inch conduit, which I know is gonna be big enough now. I'm not gonna bother gluing it this time, don't really have to. It jams up quite nicely, but it does look like I'm gonna have to widen the trench just a little bit over here for stuff to line up the way I want it to. Maybe, just maybe. It might be okay, just a little bit. I don't want this at too hard an angle, so I'm gonna have to dig down a little bit, eh? Yeah. All right, according to my measure stick, I've got depth. That piece of tape, the bottom of it's 21 inches. So we're at about 22 inches. So if I soft sand this, it should be right about where I need it to be. Oh boy, I better put some sand in there now because it looks like it's starting to erode. Stay. It's actually not that bad of a day really. I'm making good progress today. Half because I know what to expect and after 4 days of experience dealing with it, I know how to deal with it. Sun's shining, it's not too hot, it's perfect weather. I feel good. Yeah. If we look directly dog down, we have made progress. There's where the cable comes out, and I've managed to get all the rocks and debris out from under it. Water's flowing in. I got the pump hole a little bit deeper, so I've gotten most of the water out of the area that I need to work. You know, we got the trench down to the depth we need, right by the shed. We've established sand already. Now I can start putting sand here, maybe another pump or two, and then I can start properly putting the wires into place. All right, not sure if you can see well, but the pump is out and the sand is in. We can start bedding this wire in. Now the wire still needs mechanical protection. I'm gonna use the conduit that I have. I'm just not gonna try to do anything fancy. I'm gonna put one wire through this guy and one wire through the other guy. I just can't necessarily use the 90 that's on it. I think I'm gonna have to cut it off, or at least cut it down. It's a waste of components, but that ship's already sailed. All right, let's see if we can't get this in there. Slop it down on there, bud. Once again, sticking our hands in the muck. We're just gonna push this through. Oh, there it is. Toddy frickin' da. Tutti frickin' fruity. Oh, we got a loop. It's great that we have rocks falling in as I do this. There we go. So, no, come on now. Let's not start with this game. Oh boy. Okay, no. Oh, it's such a fight. Oh boy. There's rocks. More rocks. Gotta get the rocks out of the trench, man. Now, I don't think I'm gonna try putting that 14-3 through there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some form of conduit and put the 13-3 through it. Just what? What do I have left? Here's another piece of 1 1/4. Not quite as long. Yeah, it's quite a few feet short. Don't know if I can make use of this. All right, let's go check the other shed. Here's a piece of 1/2 inch, not much longer. Like I wanna get it closer up there. Nice, filling in with water. That's just what we want, not. It's actually shorter. Come on, I know we have more than that. Okay, well instead of dawdling, let's get this in there. I'll take this piece I just cut off, give it a nice chamfer. This will give us a nice little angle there. I'll just push it through. All right, so we've gotten to here with that. Just need a little bit more. All right, scrap piece of 1/2 inch. Oh, it's not really scrap, it was spare. Coaxiated a little bit, and bam, we're where we need to be. In this horrid pit of mud that keeps filling up with rocks. Now, bedding this down, it's gonna be fun. Now, mind you, we learned that we can kind of step it down. Like you used to get your feet stuck in the mud as a kid in the schoolyard. I gotta take pictures for the inspector though. No! Fox steaks. Phone, wake up. All right, I gotta get some of these rocks out of here now. So many rocks. They just won't stop, will they? Getting so annoyed. Can't wait till this is done. All right, so knees in the gravel, because that feels awesome. Hand in there, feeling around. There's no sharp friggin' rocks right next to my wires. And of course there's a bunch of them because we've since had some landslides. Now watch this. As soon as I try to get up, oh, no landslides. Okay, let's just skim some of these guys. You know, yeah, no. We're at diminishing returns, man. I gotta move on this. The more I screw around, the more it fills up. Oh, landslides, awesome. Rocks right next to our wires. Yep, the fight is on. Okay, we need to work from this end. That central location is more stable. This is just getting worse the longer we wait. Okay, so we need to fabricate a new one of these, except in 1.5 inch. This cock stuck very effectively, didn't it? Here, Cock, you're nice and soft. You can be Phil. Hi, Phil, my name is Cock. Full name, Richard. You get your cock nice, good and stuck. Just have to pull it off again. Flip a knife is dull, bud. Yeah, what are the chances this will go through this hole? Nope, it's gonna have to get widened. Not by much though. Let's get the dull knife back out and see what we can do with just it. Not much, apparently. Oh, you know what might work well? My chamfer tool. Yeah, that's actually pretty good, except where seams are present. Oh, look at that, good. Now the piece going through is still gonna be 1 1/4 because I know 1 1/4 fits here just fine. So I got a reducer. These guys, will this still go in there with this reducer in place? Oh, after I cut the nubs off, I guess. Sure. Fortunately, we have some accurate measurements by which already to judge where this goes. And we need but a mere snippet of tube. And where do we get that snippet of tube? Off here. Of course, this is covered in canola oil. Hopefully that's not a problem. Yeah, I got canola oil all over me again already. You'll excuse me if I go off camera to do some finer measurements and get this all going. Ah, f*** off, really? All right, I think I got it. Let's test fit it. Yes, okay, it's good. 1 1/2 inch, here we come. Except for this stupid reducer. Come on, stupid frickin'. All right, so that's something like that. And it has to go somewhat down in there. So I need a little snoot, 1 1/2 inch, which I have right here. I want this to sit right around here. So maybe turn this out a touch. Yeah, yeah, about that. Oh yeah, it's going through like butter. The idea is we're building this up with the wire in place. Still a bit tight, eh? Knocking all sorts of rocks in there. That's awesome. Exactly what we want. That'll make the install just perfect. All right, so scooping out more rocks, or at least getting them away from the wire. I'm not too worried about them over where we have a established conduit. Sick and tired of rocks, of rocks, of rocks. Let's get the expansion joint into place. Knock more rocks in there. That goes right about there. I want to pull this through just a little bit more. Get my geometry compliment to me. Wish I had a marker on me. That'd be nice. Oh, nice rocks like right by my wire. Yeah, I don't even know where they come from, but they find their way right beside the wire. Like literally, it's like there's a gravitational pull. You dig your hand all around, you don't see rocks, but if you check like right beside the wire, where it could risk shearing the wire, there's a rock, like right there. So let's keep this train going. All right, so let's line this up, pull some expansion. Oh, I need more hands. Huck! How hard is it to get a freaking marker cap? Look at that, the cap's completely demolished now. Is this child-proof? Now the wonderful thing about Tigger is I need about 29 inches of tube. In order to get that 29 inches of tube, I had to buy an entire 10-foot section. It's wonderful. All right, moving right along. Now, pull this off one last time. Come on. I know you're into fitness. Okay, so we are in there. Take a photo for the inspector. That expansion joint's sitting a bit high. Gonna have to give her a little yank down, or maybe I cut the tube just a touch too long. Anyway, I need to get some caulk. I need a convenient caulk hanger. Oh, bloop. Come on, stop caulking everywhere. Let's just caulk this whole back shut, seat this in. It's now time for permanent residency. All right, let's get it straight. Get it straight. Yes, let's finger our bead here. Yes. We're gonna go ahead and strap it down now. All right, now it's not going anywhere. Now, I dig through the muck once again to make sure there's no rocks right next to my wires. Oh, there is now. Oh yeah, there's a rock right there. There's some rocks coming in there. It's that gravitational force, eh? Wires attract rocks. Oh man, this is killing the knees. I'm not fond of the geometry of this thing, but I guess it's okay. Okay, I think I'm happy with that there like that. Anything more is jerking off. Let's get sand in there. Dam that up. No, everything invites rocks. It's a rock and roll party. Rocks invited, yeah. One shovelful at a time. I swear the water level just goes up with the material. Just put more material in, more stuff. Oh, I'm just gonna go on top of you now. Yeah, sure. Yeah, take a break to do something fun. This guy here, the plan is, this thing goes through there. That canola oil is gonna haunt me forever. Years down the line working in this shed, I'm gonna touch something that has canola oil on it. At least these wires came through. Now I can install my three-way switch with tools that doesn't have canola oil on it. Canola oil, yeah. Wow, I swear this wire doesn't want to be installed. Maybe it's just mad that I got it covered in canola oil. All right, so naturally, down here, rocks have gravitated towards the wire. Big rocks too. Where do they come from? Oh yeah, big one right by the 14.3. Longer I dick with this, more rocks are gonna fall in there from nowhere, just magically. Just keep dumping it in till we're topped out. Just a bit full of water. Wonder if it's worth trying to get some of that water out. It's so high right now, I might just be able to dip the pump in. I'll make it a little bit easier, At least I can more or less see where I need more or less of it. Mud puddles. The day gets long in the tooth. Looks like I'm gonna have just enough sand. It's like you just can't see how much sand is in there because of all the water. Just keep shoveling it in, right? Doing it by the bucket load now because it's too hard to get the shovel in and out of the trailer. And this bucket represents the last of the sand left in the trailer. And it's just mud, but at least it's gonna spread evenly, right? Let's get our tape into place, just to sink it down in that hole. Oh boy, this is that non-shearing tape. Really? We need a cutting device for this tape. Straighten out, please. No, straighten out, please, I said. Well, for the most part, that ends our trench escapade. Now I can finally friggin' relax because the hardest part done. Now hopefully I can get to doing some fun stuff with tools that aren't covered in canola oil. Yeah. Now to end out this chronicle of madness, the story with the 14.3 is it's for a three-way switch that goes to the house and turns on the yard light. That's it, just a three-way switch. Now, if there is any standard to the way I wired it, black should be common. Then I often like to put red on the same side as black. Now I get to run all the way back in the house, kick on the breaker, and see if I got that in the right position. I want it to be down off right now so that it synchronizes with the switch inside. I can't stand it when they're out of sync. Of course, just my luck, it's on right now. Okay, on, off, yeah, just my luck. See if I can reverse it around without electrocuting myself with a puddle of water and mud. So if I move that guy over there, I move this guy over here, yeah. Switch that off, make that cable cold. I'm doing this trick because that's the hot, and as long as I don't touch the hot, and I don't have to touch the hot to do this. Now, if I flick the switch upwards, turns the lights on, which means the hot has a path. It's gonna take the lane of least resistance, so if the circuit's on, you're less likely to get electrocuted. We know that this wire is cold, and we know that that lug right there is cold, but we don't take that for granted. We're still careful. So now we need to fold it in there. Again, I forgot that I could just turn the switch upside down. Just gotta remember to snap the wings off, eh? That'd been awesome to forget. Now we can put it all back together. So the idea now is I can control the yard light. You can't really see it, and then, you know, I could be leaving the shed, have the outdoor light on, turn on the yard light, turn off the shed light, go inside the house, turn the yard light off. All right. After a 4-day sparring match, so ends the Carnival of Ass.